Hey, what's going on? It's Zobua here, and today I'm bringing you guys a new game. It just came out on the 2nd of February 2021, and it's called Valheim. Basically, you are a fallen dead warrior brought back to life by Odin to fight his enemies for him. It's a survival game, a lot like Ark and Atlas and everything. It's very early access, but I'm going to try it out. I've heard nothing but good things about it. I'm really excited. So basically, once you hit start and you get into game, you're started out by Odin actually bringing you in and then dropping you into the forest. Kind of like so. There they are. Join the rest of my crew. And at this point, Odin is going to be around in the form of a bird, a raven, I guess. And he's going to tell you the first few things that you need to do. So once you get those first few quests done, then you can go off and you can figure out where the heck you want to get your base. Alright, so at this point we've made the basic tools, and we actually found a spot that we think is going to be really cool. The plan is there's like 4 or 5 of us playing, so we're going to make a little community center here, and then kind of each make little houses that surround it. And one of the best parts is that we are next to a river. We know that boats are going to be a big part of this game, so we want to be near water. Let me take this moment to just explain the screen a little bit. You can have up to 9 things in the top left. It only shows up what you actually have active items in. That's why you only see 5 right now. You have, to begin with, you kind of have your axes for chopping. You can make a hammer, and it's a building hammer. So when I pull out the hammer, I can actually right-click to build different type of things. This is interesting though. In the bottom left you see my health, and you see 3 things to the left of it. Those are 3 different types of food that I'm eating. If I'm currently eating 3 different types of food, I not only gain my health back faster, but I actually get more food, I get more stamina, things like that. So that's great. If you're only eating one type of food, it's actually a disadvantage. It's just a disadvantage all around. So I'm gonna sit here and wait for everybody to come back, and we'll get building. So the first thing that really impressed me in this game, other than it's kind of a cartoony, realistic look, is the lumberjack skills. So not only do you level up your skills making different things more powerful, but just in general, when you chop trees, it's one of those games that they actually fall down. So if I decide to smack this little one, it's just going to turn into wood and I'm going to gather, basic explosion. However, let's say I want to take down this big one right here. Give it a few good smacks. I think it's about 6 for a tree this size. And there we go. Turns into a log and falls, and it can actually bust other trees on the way down. As well as it can kill you. So, watch out for that. I've died twice from a tree falling on me so far. Alright, so one of the first things you're going to want to do is actually put down a workstation. The problem is you can't use it unless it's actually protected. It has to have a roof over it, has to not be exposed. See, it's still too exposed, so I actually have to put a couple more walls on here just to better protect it. The reason that you need a workstation is you can't actually build anything or put anything down unless there's a workstation nearby, and you can't access it unless it's protected. So if you want to get building, you have to make a workbench. So I'm going to go ahead and craft a hoe. You can use your hoe to level out the ground so you can make a big flat section kind of for your house. Alright, I've got my ground leveled out, but before I get into building, we do have these, graylings or whatever that attack us all the time. They kind of just come out of the forest. We realized later that we're on the edge of a black forest, which is actually a more advanced, dangerous area. That's why we're getting so many. But the nice thing is they do give us resin, which is how you make torches. So we're just fighting them for now. We're trying to get shelter up before night comes, because we're kind of scared that a lot will show up. So as you can see, I take out my hammer and I right click, and it will actually allow me to choose what I want to place down. So I'll choose floors. Let me level this a little bit more. And again, if I take out my hammer, and then put down my floors, I can just kind of snap them together. You can one of the beautiful parts is you can actually rotate them. As you can see there, see that circle? That circle is actually where the workbench allows me to build stuff. So since I don't have a workbench over here, I can't actually build right there. So what I need to do is get another workbench down for my house. The easiest way for that is probably just going to be to destroy this and then build a second one next to it. That way that I can put a workbench down on top of it. Now I can set the workbench on there and I'll be able to build the rest of my house with no problems. Keep in mind that in order to extend the build circle, the workbench doesn't have to be in a protected area, it just has to be placed down. Well, right in the middle of the night, just as we were all scared, or all feared, I guess, a bunch of these guys just came out and attacked. They are scared, I guess, of light, so we're holding our torches. One of the cool things about this game is you can hold your torch in one hand, like an offhand, and still swing a weapon or use a weapon. So it's definitely great for night and everything like that. It keeps on saying I could use another bite because I only have one food on there. Remember I was telling you earlier that if you have 3 foods, it will actually heal faster and you'll gain more health. So if I had more food right now, it would definitely help. Food's not hard to come by, it's just a matter of you need 3 of it to be most efficient. Alright, I was actually at this point really impressed in the whole building. There's just so many different things you can do. You can rotate to any angle. Mine's more of a square, but it's actually very well done, especially for an early access game. Honestly, the building is as good or better than Ark and Atlas, in my opinion, and they're only going to improve it. So this is a huge plus for me because I like when I play games, I like my buildings to look good. I like my area to look good. As you can see, we've got our community center up. We've got my comrades' houses all up. What is wrong with these stairs? Just as I spoke great about the building system in this game, I realized somebody screwed up and put a couple of these off from each other. That's not the game's fault, though. Anyway, here's our community center. We kind of fit everything together. And we're just going to have all of the main things in the center with our houses on the outskirts. Well, now that we have our houses and everything done, I figured the next thing we have to do is we're Vikings. We need a boat. So there are boats and everything in this game, but for now, all I know how to make is a raft. So give it a push, I guess, get out into the deeper water and hop on. And this is when I ran into a little problem. The wind is going directly the opposite way. So wind is huge in this game. A lot of games, even if you're going against the wind, you can kind of push it forward. You can't, maybe you can with the ship, but you definitely cannot with the raft. It's all about wind, and the sail automatically turns to catch the wind. So it'll turn that direction to try to catch it. All you have to do is steer. So as you can see, we're not really going anywhere. We did catch a little bit of wind, and all it did was kind of crush me. The wind does shift a lot. And honestly, that is one downside. I think it shifts just a little too much because it makes it hard to navigate these rivers. If you get out to ocean, that's fine, but then there's sea serpents and everything out there. Oh yeah, this game has sea serpents, so you know. Ouch. Anyway, once you do get it moving, it actually moves pretty decent. It is just a little raft, so I mean, it's just kind of like walking down the side, but you're safe in the middle, and I think it's actually pretty cool. One thing that I do want to point out is just how many little things they added to this game. There's fish that you can see swimming in the river, you can kill, you can fish for them, all that type of stuff. You see the giant world tree above you, you see all kinds of stuff, and it's amazing. When you sit down, your guy sits down. If you sit down but it's on a log, his legs will lay down lower, so it actually looks like he's sitting on the log. They did so many small things like this that people just don't notice that are amazing. It's just incredible in such an early access game. I'm really excited for more of this. In fact, I'm going to go and play it right now. But next time I get on, I'll give you guys a more detailed kind of tour of how our houses look. Everyone looks different. And hopefully we'll get to our first boss fight next time, because, you know, there are bosses. I mean, there's tons of them. There's all kinds of stuff in this game, and I'm excited just to find out more about it. Anyway, this is Valheim. Hope you guys enjoy it. Hope you pick it up. It's early access, only 20 bucks on Steam. It's not bad at all. And this is Obua. Till next time, I'm out.